The US is sinking $500 billion into AI because letting China win would be a disaster, and that's not a quiet bet, it's a loud, messy one. This is Stargate, a joint venture between OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank, and it's got a lot of weight behind it. On January 21st, 2025, just days after Donald Trump took office, he stood in the White House Roosevelt Room with Sam Altman from OpenAI, Larry Ellison from Oracle, and Masayoshi Son from SoftBank to announce it. They're kicking off with $100 billion, planning to scale to $500 billion over the next few years, all to build AI infrastructure across the US. I caught the press conference on CNN Business, and it's clear this isn't just about tech. It's about keeping the US in the game, and it's got me wondering what it means for people like us who rely on tech every day. What they're after with Stargate is compute power, the muscle that drives AI. It's a basic equation. More compute equals better models. Better models mean tools that solve real problems. Think faster shipping routes or catching illnesses before they spread. I've had my share of tech headaches, like when my old computer froze trying to edit a video. This is that frustration scaled up to a national level. Altman's been hammering this point, saying the US has to invest big or watch China pull ahead. Stargate's response is to flood money into infrastructure. Data centers, power grids, the works, to make sure there's enough capacity to keep AI growing. If they don't, we hit a wall. And I don't think anyone wants to see what happens when the US isn't the one setting the pace. The starting point is data centers, those sprawling buildings packed with GPUs, the chips that do the number crunching for AI. These aren't just warehouses, they're where the magic happens. Training a model is like teaching it to think, feeding it data until it can spot patterns or write sentences. Then there's inference, where it uses that training to answer questions or run apps. That gets a heavy lift, and it needs serious hardware. Ellison mentioned at the announcement they've got a 1 million square foot site going up in Abilene, Texas, and they're not stopping there. The plan is to build 10 centers to start, each maybe 500,000 square feet, with room to double that later. Construction's already humming, and it's a big deal for jobs. More centers mean more compute, and that's what sharpens AI. There's no cap yet on how far it could take us, which is why they're going so hard. They're also floating the idea of making chips in the US, not just buying them from abroad. Nvidia is the GPU leader and a partner here, alongside Microsoft, who's close with OpenAI. Most chips come from places like Taiwan, and that's a weak spot. Shipping costs, trade risks, you name it. Trump jumped on it at the event, saying Stargate could mean 100,000 jobs. Construction crews, factory workers, engineers. No chip plants confirmed as of February 2025. Nothing in the news or on X pins it down. But it's a logical move. Local production cuts costs and keeps things secure. It's about owning the chain, from raw materials to finished GPUs, and that's a big shift if they pull it off. This all feeds into AI models, and that's where it starts feeling real for me. Think about GPT-3 to GPT-4. In 2020, GPT-3 was fascinating but clumsy, slow, pricey, and not great at complex tasks. By 2023, GPT-4 was a leap. Smarter, cheaper, handling tougher tasks like writing essays or breaking down data. Then the O series came along. O1 out late 2024 isn't just an upgrade, it reasons. I tested it myself. You give it a math problem like 2x plus 3 equals 7, and it works it out step by step. Subtract 3, divide by 2, instead of guessing. O3's next, slated for late 2025, with a mini version maybe mid-year for fast, cheap jobs and a full one for deep work. The pace is unreal. Years of progress squeezed into months. Coding shows it best. Early models were like the millionth best programmer, barely scraping by. Now they're at the 175th, and that's since 2023, per OpenAI's own benchmarks. Stargate's compute is the fuel, letting models grow into tools I'd actually use. That power's opening up AI agents, and this is where I start paying attention. AI agents are like digital assistants, sorting emails, booking appointments, and doing the tasks that eat my day. I've lost afternoons to inbox chaos, but an agent could take that off my plate. They're not perfect, sometimes they misread or stall, but more compute fixes that. This is all about giving AI the juice to get it right, and Stargate's laying the groundwork. AI is also moving beyond text, which caught me off guard. It's multimodal now: speech, images, screens. OpenAI's desktop app, out for Mac and Windows, lets it see what I'm doing and jump in. I downloaded it, free from their site, opened it, and let it scan my screen. I said, "Fix this code," and it found a missing semicolon in seconds. Online, it's chat.openai.com. Sign in, type a question. Pro users can pick O1 in settings, and free might get it soon. It's not hard once you try, and it's weirdly useful having an AI peek over your shoulder. Here's a real case. I'm a freelancer tracking expenses. Usually I'd spend hours sorting receipts into a spreadsheet. Date, amount, client. With the app, I open it, say, "Organize this," and it reads the screen, lines everything up, and I'm done in 15 minutes. Without it, I'm stuck half the day. Stargate's infrastructure will make this smoother, faster models, fewer hiccups, and that's the kind of thing that'd sell me on it. OpenAI is not alone. They've got Apple and Microsoft tying ChatGPT into phones and software, so it's just there. There's 1-800-ChatGPT 2, a free WhatsApp line from 2024. Text it, get answers fast. I tried it. I asked for a simple cookie recipe and got one back in a minute. The push is AGI-AI as smart as us, and they want it everywhere through apps or APIs. It's less about showing off and more about making life easier, which I can get behind. Cost-wise, Plus is $20 a month, but they're cutting corners. Stargate's compute ramps up efficiency. 2024 doubled free limits, and 2025's trending that way. More power, lower bills, more access. It's practical. Why charge big if you can run it lean? Jobs are the elephant in the room, and I've thought about it. Will AI take mine? Maybe some. Data entry, repetitive tasks. But we've adapted before. Cars killed horse gigs, then came mechanics. Stargate's team says it will create work. Building centers, coding, fixing tech. Ellison's betting on healthcare. AI spotting cancer early with a blood test, helping doctors, not replacing them. AI could cut grunt work by 30% in 5 years. It's a shakeup, but there's space for us to pivot. Regulation's a tangle. AI in banks or hospitals needs guardrails. Nobody wants it crashing a market. Too many rules, though, could stall it. Altman told a tech summit he wants something clear, not a state-by-state mess. I'd say try AI out. Chat with it, see what it nails or flubs. That's how I figured out it's not perfect, but worth keeping an eye on. Stargate's $500 billion is a monster swing to keep the US ahead. And we're already beginning to see the effects. O3's coming, agents are sharpening, and it could change how we do things. What do you think about the Stargate project and the US investing in AI? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.